Welcome back to Govt Drish and today's Lucent series General Knowledge Part 35. Yes, we have covered a lot of the ancient history, medieval history, modern history, and now it's modern history's almost end part. And now we'll be studying about Gandhiji's era. A bit of it, like in which year, what happened about his, you can say, life cycle. We had already studied in our last video. You can check that out. Every details like of every year is given in a very minute and very detailed way, which is very easy for you to frame questions out of it. So now let's know about some facts of Gandhi. So date and place of birth. So he was born on October 2, 1869, and in which place? Porbandar, Gujarat. And okay, so even it is declared as International Non-Violence Day or Ahimsa Divas. Then these are his parents' name, that is father Karamchand, mother Putali Bai. Then we have political Guru Krishna Gokhale, private secretary Mahadev Desai. So these are all the designation of their like family members and political leaders. Now, what were the literary influences on Gandhi? Which places like he was very much influenced? First is unto this last, Tolstoy's Bible, Gita. Okay, this was his literary influence. Then some of his works were Hind Swaraj, 1909. Then the experiments with through autobiography, like it also explained its life up to 1922. Now he was an editor too. He was an editor in Indian Opinion in 1903-15. Then Harijan, then Young India. Okay, he was an editor in these places. Then other names, we have Mahatma Gandhi, that was by Rabindranath Tagore. 1917, we have Malang, Nanga Fakir. Then we have Winston Churchill, then Half Naked Saint, we have Rashtrapita. Okay, so these are the names that has been given to them. So who has given this name? That is also important. What names in which year, which prominent leaders or which prominent political thinkers have given, that is very important. So make a note of that as well. Now let's know about some main events during the Gandhi. Some we will cover up in this video and some we will cover up in our next video. So stay tuned for that. First comes the Rowlatt Act. What is the Rowlatt Act? So Lord Chelmsford, he was the viceroy that time in 1919 when there was a sedition committee. It was appointed by the government only in 1918. And who was the justice? Rowlatt. Okay, the Justice Rowlatt. Now he had also made certain recommendation. Okay, so that seditious activities should be stopped in India. And then what happened? It gave too much power to the government. Like the level of power was that they can arrest and even imprison suspects without trial. Like without trial before the magistrate or something, they can be imprisoned or arrested. So this was a very serious sort of act, and then it caused a wave of anger among the people. People were agitated, like why will this happen? Then before the passing of the act, there was two agitations, there was two mass revolts. Then Gandhiji, he decided that he will fight against this act, and then he called for Satyagraha. That was on April 6, 1919. But even after 2 days only, he was arrested, and then this further intensified, like further outrage came in Delhi, Ahmedabad and Punjab. Now Jallianwala Bagh massacre, April 13. Now how it starts with then who was arrested? Kichlu and Satyapal. He was arrested on April 10 in 1919, and he was arrested under this act only, that Rowlatt Act, like connection with the Satyagraha. But after this arrest, there was major unrest in Punjab, like there was revolts going on, and then a public meeting regarding that was called in April 13, 1919, and the park was named as Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar. Now where there were thousands of people, not only normal like men, there was men, women, children, girls, they all were assembled there for the meeting. Now the meeting hadn't even started yet, and then there was General O died. He had entered the premises, he had done open firing, killed all the people, and all the walls were locked. There were soldiers all around, and they couldn't escape. Like all the members who participated in that meeting, they couldn't escape, and they died. Almost 1200 people were wounded, and many hundreds and hundreds of them were killed. and this was also a turning point which spoiled the relations between India and British. And then it also surged, like people started fighting. Then there was Sardar Udham Singh. He was an Indian patriot from Punjab. He had then shot down Jane O'Dwyer in London. That was in 1940. Now let's know about the Khilafat movement. Now this Khilafat movement, the Caliph, or you can say the Sultan of Turkey, like he was not actually like the from the royal patronage, so he was looked upon down, like not the worthy one, as the British said. So first, what happened? First World War, as Britishers were threatening the Turkey, its safety and welfare, and this has weakened his position as well. So after this, the Britishers were very Caliph was looked upon by the Muslims in a very good way, like in a faithful way. They had their belief. So when they were not supporting, so the Muslims were threatened, like why Britishers were turning against their own beliefs leaders. So then the Ali brothers, that is Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, they had launched an anti-British movement against the Britishers, and the year was 1920, the Khilafat movement. And who were the people? Muhammad Abul Kalam Azad. He had also led this movement, and it was also supported by Gandhiji and INC, and this had also led to the unity between Hindu and Muslims. Then we have non-cooperation movement. The Calcutta session in September 1920, when it had happened, what happened? The Congress, this were favored like of the non-cooperation movement, and they had upheld Swaraj, like Swaraj, their ultimate aim or ultimate goal. And what were the movements? What it considered? First was surrender of titles and ordinary offices and resignation of nominated officers. First, they resignated from all the offices that the Indians holded under the Britishers. Then they refused to attend any such meetings or official functions, and even the British courts were boycotted by the lawyers. Then even military services, no one joined. Government jobs were also refused. Foreign goods were boycotted. Then Gandhiji, he was with the Ali brothers. They took a nationwide tour. Like they addressed everyone, they made everyone know about the Khilafat movement of non-cooperation movement. And then educational boycott, like boycotting their schools and colleges, it was successful in Bengal as well as Punjab too, and it was under the leadership of Lala Lajpat Rai. Now, there was not only educational boycott, there was boycott of law courts as well. And who were the lawyers? These were the lawyers. Okay, so both the things that I have marked, this para is very important. Okay, General O'Dwyer. Okay, they all gave up. Now, they also saw, like there was picketing, like people were picketing the foreign clothes, and even the followers of Gandhiji also boycotted. Then the Prince of Wales, he had visited him, and when he had landed in India, there were no one greeted him when he had landed in India. It was empty streets, down shutters. So, and even there was a Chauri Chaura incident. It was on February 5, 1922. April 13, 1919 is Jallianwala Bagh. The important points, and now let's know. Like Chauri Chaura incident happened on February 9. So this was also a shocking incident for Gandhiji, and then he had withdrawn the non-cooperation movement on February 12, 1922. So this was all about the facts about Gandhiji. So if you have any problem or any confusion, you can comment down and I'll surely help you out. So keep watching us on a regular basis if you want to grab more details, and all these points, just frame out the questions and you are ready for any such exams like UPSC, BPSC, SSC, CGL or NET. So meet you in our next video. Till then, take care. See you.